I drove it up and down. I found that I have a feeling a roller coaster. I said, stop this work. This 1 kilometer, you have to remove the concrete by drilling and redo it. Till then, work is stopped. After that, a signal went throughout 108 kilometers of the road that there is no compromise in the quality of the road.
Basically, Mumbai-Pune Expressway, it got done in almost half the time of Gokhale Bridge in Andheri.
Morality and standard of services have gone down. And I personally blame bureaucrat 51% and politician only 49% for this stage.
गुड़गांव की सड़क को आप कितना रेटिंग?
I'll give you 7.
मुंबई को कितना रेटिंग?
5.
बैंगलोर?
3.
बैंगलोर सबसे कम.
कंजेशन इतना ज्यादा है, रोड वाइड हुई नहीं वहाँ पे.
Who would be the top 3 people at the political level?
Chandrababu Naidu, Gadkari and Yogi. UP was called Bimaru state. Maharashtra delegates are being sent to UP to study what is happening. He said, sir, Bangalore climate is good. That's why people are going there. He said, I'll change the climate of Hyderabad by plantation. Advani साहब बॉम्बे एयरपोर्ट पे उतरे और वहाँ से गए न्यू बॉम्बे की तरफ. You have crossed the bridge. Please
Pay the toll.
pay the toll. CM was shocked. मनोज जोशी ये पागल क्या कर रहा है. मैंने कहा साहब आप देंगे तो सब पॉलिटिशियन देंगे, आप नहीं देंगे तो आपका नाम लेकर के वो नहीं देंगे.
आपको धमकी किसी से मिली? धमकी?
पहले मैं रिवॉल्वर लेके चलता हूँ, अब लोड करके जाऊंगा.
If you've traveled on some of Mumbai's best roads, then you must thank my guest today, RC Sinha, an IS officer responsible for building some of India's largest infrastructure projects, be it the world-class Mumbai-Pune Expressway, as well as setting up Navi Mumbai. What does it take to build world-class infrastructure? And how is it like dealing with top politicians, be it Thackeray, Nitin Gadkari, or even Chandrababu Naidu? Is he optimistic about India's infrastructure boom? Let's hear him out. So thank you, Mr. Sinha, for coming. You know, I'm very excited about this conversation because you are the only bureaucrat I know of who does 3 things that are very uncommon today. He does an infrastructure project on time, he does it at a low budget, and he still does it at high quality. For most bureaucrats that we see today, it's the opposite. The budgets are high, the quality is low, and it's almost always delayed. So what's the secret to getting this 3 key parts together?
First step which has to be taken is I should understand my project very well. For example, I never did the road work, but I had to study with the consultants what is the road. For example, for doing expressway, there is no specification in Government of India at that time. I have to get the specification from USA. So now I know what is the expressway. So that is understanding project becomes number 1. Number 2, most important is one should know what is the material component of the project. How much steel, how much water, how much diesel, how much machinery, what type of machinery, whether it is available in India or it has to be imported, that should know it. Thirdly is give contractor, trust him and give him free hand within his area. Don't interfere. Fourthly, if any technical problem comes, it should be sorted out. And the calling of tender should be universal, global and competitive. Then you get the best. And thirdly and lastly, if you get a good contractor and good PMC, your 50% work is done. Only 49 is remaining with me. So I was very particular about selecting the PMC, project management consultant. And my choice was, selection process was technical score gets 80% weightage financially, and only financial offering get 20% weightage. For example, Bandra Worli, a party quoted 22 crores and other party quoted 16 crores. On technical evaluation, 23 crores become lower. So they got the contract. And PMC advantage is 1% saving can lead to 1 crore, 2 crore saving. That is why I was very particular selection. At that time, the person suffered from lowest phobia. I call it phobia. Lowest, you have no choice but to give to lowest.
So the bidder has to be the lowest cost wala, you give it to him.
But my method was lowest, but derive lowest, not open offer lowest. For example, last portion of Mumbai-Pune Expressway, company, I am not naming it, quoted 140 crores. I worked out left, right and center. I said 140 crores, it cannot be done. My estimate is 160. How can you do 20 crores? Then I checked up, asked other consultant to examine it also. And then I gave it to second lowest at 152 crores. 12 crores more. And I can do the whole Mantralaya was shaking as the building will collapse. Person was very powerful. He went up to Prime Minister. He went to Mr. Atal Bihari. Atal Bihari talked to Manhoor Joshi. He said, क्या हो रहा है? तुम 12 करोड़ पे ज़्यादा दे रहे हो. Joshi called me. मैंने कहा ये चेक किया. It's impossible to do it. He can't cover his material cost. तो मैंने चेक किया. He said, no, don't tell me whom you check it. What do you think? I said, if you want good road, I can't give work to him. He said, okay, go ahead. And later on that contractor came to me, thank you, sir. I would have lost that much because your quality control was so strong that I couldn't manipulation.
You referred to Mumbai-Pune Expressway. That I think will be, in a way, I think you will also say that would be your biggest achievement, right? Constructing the first ever expressway at a low budget and still at a very high quality. Even today, people who go on it find it very, very smooth. What's the story there?
Before lowering cost, I tell you two more things. The proposed road was 4 lane. I made it 6 lane at same cost. 2, Panvel bypass was not included in original tender. I added Panvel bypass. Even then, I saved 50 crores. These 2 addition. Then I told to the CM, I think, sir, if I give a gold for rate of silver, will you take action against me? He said, you are paying me for 4 lane? I am saying I will make 6 lane. You are paying me for non-Panvel, I am including Panvel also. And the reason was, 1, I source where the material will come. Because the road needed 30,000 quintal of explosive. In Maharashtra, I couldn't get it. So I sourced it in Chennai and Bangalore and told them this is number 1. Number 2, I put 6 diesel pumps on the designed road. So they don't have to go to the main road to bring the diesel. Thirdly, I said, I went to the government of India and for essential material, I got import free permission. So they did it. And whatever import duty they had to pay, I said, I will reimburse it. So I got the best machinery at either no import duty. For example, if you do the piling with old system, it will take you 8 days. If you do with hydraulic piling machinery, it takes 8 hours. That's time differences. And in so many flyovers and so many bridges and so many overbridges, under bridges, I had to look at a lot of piling to be done. And I found out Indian contractors in Middle East is using this machine, not in India. I made it compulsory. Out of box thinking is required now. Every week I was at site, and that used to be Sunday. Sunday I used to be on the site. All my staff used to curse me because I am spoiling their Sunday, but I had no choice. I used to travel by road up to Lonavala. And if I am checking beyond Lonavala, I will go by train to Lonavala, and from there I travel by road and take train from Pune to Bombay. Saturday and Sunday I used to do this. And every fourth day I used to check up my flyovers.
Did the contractors hate you for the routine you used to manage it?
No, I had a very good system of checking. One, no check in the steel because it has to come from 4 factories only. So I'm not bothered about checking the tensile strength or quality of carbon content of the steel because it is coming from iron ore. SAIL or Tata. Only 4. And cement factories only from the 4 top best cement manufacturing in India. Ambuja, ACC, Ultratech and Chile Cement. Only 4 companies cement will be used. And only steel from not from re-rolling mills. Because re-rolling mills, you have to check the quality. First, I want to be sure of quality of the steel. In re-rolling mill, I can never be sure of quality of the steel.
But then contractors are supposed to be quite powerful, very well connected to politicians.
There were a lot of differences. For example, I'll not name the contractor, but I'll name the company, Hindustan Construction Company. I went to drive on his portion of the concrete. I was not satisfied. Then I asked the driver, get down, I'll drive it. I drove it up and down. I found that I have a feeling a roller coaster. So I said, stop this work. This 1 kilometer, you have to remove the concrete by drilling and redo it after getting good compression. It cost them about 10 lakhs minimum. I said, till then work is stopped. Your tender come to stand still now. You can't do left or right till this is rectified. I had informed Gadkari already, this is I'm doing. And he is going to come to you. He went to Gadkari. Fired him. You want a bad quality? You want me to interfere? Then he went to CM. CM said, meet Mr. Gadkari. Gadkari, he said, have you met him? He said, then I will not interfere. So quality. After that, a signal went throughout 108 kilometers of the road that there is no compromise in the quality of the road, whatever powerful way. Well, sir, your reputation should travel ahead of you. And in doing flyovers and such also, after taking over, after 1 month, I resigned.
Where? From what post was this?
Maharashtra State Vice Chairman Managing Director said my resignation because in the meantime I got an offer from State Bank of India, the chairman of the Officer Selection Commission. So I resigned. Gadkari got hold of me, physically got hold of me, took to CM Manoj Joshi. So CM played emotional trick. He said, Mr. Sinha, I have never treated you an officer, you are my friend. How can you ditch your friend at this stage? Three things are there. One, I'll get more salary. Two, I'll have less work. Three, I have no political interference, therefore I want to go there. He said, well, have you ever worked for money? And two, you are work alcoholic. If you have less work, you fall sick. And so for political, who will politically interfere? I said, you. Nobody else I care. He said, I promise there will be no interference.
This was for Mumbai-Pune Expressway. When they were giving you the Mumbai-Pune Expressway.
Including flyover. Because when I was resigning MSRDC, I would have resigned from the flyover also.
Was there political interference after that?
Never.
Then
I asked one question. Sir, you will not interfere. What about Bala Sahib? He said, that you leave it to me, I'll handle it. Government of India neither saying yes nor no.
For Mumbai-Pune Expressway.
Mumbai-Pune Expressway. Environment Ministry were neither say yes, I know. So I explained to Mr. Manohar Joshi. Then he went to Delhi and took an appointment with the then Chief Minister Narsingh Rao and told him, I have applied for this Mumbai-Pune Expressway. Either you say no, then I will tell the government of India against infrastructure. And either say yes, start the work. But if you don't take decision, yes or no, I'll start the work. You can prosecute me for doing infrastructure.
What are the costs you incurred to do the Mumbai-Pune Expressway? How much was the costing for it?
Estimated cost was 1,450. I did in 1,420. 30 crores I saved it, in spite of addition 4 to 6 lane and including Panvel bypass. Time period, government gave me 36 months. I gave contractor 33 months and I gave myself a period of 30 months. So I had a gap of 3 months on both sides, so it is not met. Secondly,
30 months it was done. So basically Mumbai-Pune Expressway, it got done in almost half the time of Gokhale Bridge in Andheri.
And do you know what was the method of selection in Mumbai-Pune and flyover? I call a meeting of all the contractors. I said, neither you have got work, neither I have given you work. I want a list of person, 4 of them, which you think are honest and hardworking. No name, no signature, no letterhead. You give this paper to me only, nobody else. Nobody know it because I am asking you. I will put a number A, B, C, D, which 1, 2, 3, 4, I will know it. I got list of from about 30 contractors. No engineer can be corrupt without contractor knowing it. So I found out non-corrupt engineers. Gadkari said, you take 4 superintending engineers. I said, I don't want it. No, you can't take the best. You have to take it. नहीं उसको लेना पड़ेगा ठीक ले लिया आए ज्वाइन किया हमने कहा आए अटेंडेंस रजिस्टर लगाओ कि तुम ज्वाइन किया है बट डोंट कम टू ऑफिस आई हैव नो वर्क फॉर यू गिव मी योर अकाउंट नंबर योर पे विल रीच द एंड ऑफ द मंथ एज यू आर नॉट ऑन ड्यूटी और वर्क you will not get a car. As you have no work, you will not get telephone at the cost of the organization from us. 3 महीने में they went, प्लीज बचाओ मुझे. तो घर वालों ने पूछना शुरू किया तुम वापस नहीं जा रहे क्या तुमको निकाल दिया डिसमिस हो गए सब. Everybody went out. Then what Sinha you did? I said, you asked me to make them join, I make them join. I told him I have no work, no place to sit, so what can I do? And these are the persons who have spoiled the whole organization. They came here, not they want to work, because they didn't want to go out of Mumbai. Their vested interest was in Mumbai, not to work. You know, this camps over, flyover, was completed in 7 years.
Which one?
By 7 years. Flyover and Kamska under 7 years. And fell down twice. Maybe technology was not good at that time. So,
But do you think that is, I think Kemp's Corner flyover was the first flyover of India, right?
the first flyover.
Is it corruption? Is it incompetence?
No, it is a non-supervision, non-detailing. My system was, if any technical problem is raised by the contractor, it shall be solved within 7 days. And only one thing which I find present day administrators don't want to do it is visit the site personally. There is no substitute for visiting the site yourself.
But do you think right now, like, I travel across Mumbai all the time, and I don't know, I just find it very shameful that for a city that is so important as Mumbai, with a budget that is so big for the municipal corporation, the type of roads we have, the poor repair, is it, I sometimes can't believe that a city like Mumbai has had this problem for so long. There has to be something more than just corruption and incompetence, right, in this? Like, corruption, I'm sure, is there. Incompetence, I'm sure, is there. Is there something more than that that makes Mumbai's road such a mess?
Lack of commitment. Okay, I am a government officer, I'll get my salary, whether I do the work or not. A senior officer, my boss, told me, Sinha, you want promotion? Then don't do any work. The pressure from the bottom will push you to the top, unless you by mistake fall down. And you will do a mistake only if you take a decision. Don't take a decision. I'm sorry. Most of my officers are following. The day they join, they look forward when I will get promotion. This is the attitude. Then what is the commitment? Commitment is promotion and making money. That is morality and standard of services have gone down. And I personally blame bureaucrat 51% and politician only 49% for this stage.
Why is that?
Can a politician make money without hand and glove with the officer? He can't make it. I know one of my bosses 16 times rejected proposal as the Home Secretary, saying this is not as per rule.
Would you say that Mumbai-Pune Expressway was for you also the biggest project?
I didn't know it will become a role model. Please. I was doing as a project, as a challenge given by the Mr. Manohar Joshi and Nitin Gadkari. And challenge given by my colleague that this road will not be done.
Okay, so the colleagues were sure.
Including Chief Secretary. अरे वो सिन्हा है ना, he is making a now political statement, road will be done in 36 months. He has become a politician. He told in a full meeting.
What did he say after it was built? After the expressway was complete, what did he say?
After that, he didn't like to talk to me. Okay. For example, NRI complex in Nerul, New Bombay, he said, वो सिन्हा के पास पैसे नहीं, सिडको में वेस्ट कर रहा है, कुछ नहीं होगा. ये कास्टिंग, ये प्राइस, ये टाइमिंग हो नहीं सकता है. बट ठीक है, सिडको को पैसा है, लुटाने दो. Project was completed in time. Sold in 7 days 1,254 flats in exactly 7 days. One office in Bombay, one in Singapore, one in Hong Kong, one in Dubai, one in London, one in New York, one in San Francisco. Okay, sold 7 days. Then he rings me up. Sinha, my daughter wants to buy a flat. Man said, all is sold. How it is? You must have kept something under your sleeve. I said, you do these things, I don't do it. Yesterday you were saying top up, including Chief Minister, this is not going to happen. And today you are asking for a flat. You are too late. And you are too wrong about dealing with me.
Did you eventually find a way to give him a flat?
He got me transferred.
So tell me, regarding transfers, most exceptional bureaucrats, I see their story is that it's always full of transfers. Okay. In fact, I was reading an episode of one bureaucrat, Mr. Khemka, who I think in 33 years has got posted more than 50 times. So basically, he doesn't last even a year in one posting. How difficult is it to navigate politics when you want to do something disruptive without giving money?
Transfer is part of bureaucratic life at a senior level. A clerk in Mantralaya cannot be transferred out of Delhi, out of Bombay, but an officer will be transferred. Except that as a risk of your services, and they can transfer you, they can't demote you. They don't have power. That requires permission from the Government of India, Department of Personnel, and Union Public Service Commission, who is an independent body, if you want to demote you. What difference it makes? The first threat I received from one MLA in Selu, he came to me, he said, whatever judgment you give, you land matters, you should talk to me. I said, Mr. So-and-so, thank you for telling me. He said, no, it's a good place to stay, you want to make us. Thank you. I will give exactly what you don't want because I want transferred from here. It's a useless place and I don't have land or property to make money. So why should I bother? I am 1400 kilometers my town. Either it become 1000 or become 1800. What difference it makes to me? 1-2 घंटे के ज़्यादा जर्नी, 2 घंटे कम जर्नी. I now decided that whatever you recommend, I'll go against it. I will be very thankful. Please get me transferred from this. Selu, population 5,000. Market only once in Sunday. Not even onion and potato will be available on rest of days. Water by hand pump. So what to work there?
धमकियां मिलती थी आपको? धमकियां की आपको धमकी किसी से मिली? धमकी?
बहुत दफे धमकी मिली.
आपका रिस्पॉन्स क्या था?
मेरा रिस्पॉन्स ये था, पहले मैं रिवॉल्वर लेके चलता हूँ, अब लोड करके जाऊंगा. मुझे पहली धमकी आई सैलू में, SDM में. उनका साहब ये मेरे साथ तुम कर रहे हो, ये किया है तुमने, ये हैरेस किया, इसका क्या है, हमारे पीठ में कोई छुरा मारेंगे तो हम पेट में छुरा मारेंगे. बंद. तो ऐसे कब उन्होंने कहा देखो भाई मैं रिवॉल्वर गाड़ी में रखता हूँ, अब जरा लोड करके रखा होगा. एक कांस्टेबल तो ऊपर रहता है, उसके पास बंदूक भी है, देख लेंगे, 6 को तो उड़ा देंगे, 7 तो हम अगर टाइम मिला तो रीलोड कर लेंगे. तो डोंट बॉदर, आई डोंट केयर. सेकेंड टाइम I got nationalizing road transport in Maharashtra. No private road, private transport. At that time, severe threat to me, and my DIG said, sir, you should have a police protection. Second came when I started Mumbai-Pune bus, Asiad. There are 800 taxis running. They tried their best to pressurize me, minister, everything. I said no. मैं तो नहीं कह रहा हूँ तुम मत चलाओ, तुम भी चलाओ, हम भी चलाओगे. तुम्हारी सर्विस ज़्यादा लोग तुम्हारे पास जाएंगे, हमारी सर्विस अच्छी हमारे पास आएंगे. मैं तो ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ तुम्हारा लाइसेंस कैंसिल करो. धन्यवाद. थर्ड केम टू मी. मैंने कहा देखो बॉम्बे से जब टैक्सी जाती है तो हमारे 3 डिपो पड़ते हैं और हर डिपो में 150-200 आदमी काम करता है हथौड़ेबाज, और उनका सपोर्ट है मेरे साथ। अगर मुझको कुछ हुआ तो एक भी टैक्सी पनवेल के आगे नहीं जा पाएगी। पनवेल का एक ही रास्ता डिपो के सामने से तालेगांव में नहीं जा पाएगी। देन गोखले व DIG ने सब यू मस्ट हैव आर्म पुलिस। ठीक है, दे दो आर्म पुलिस, क्या फर्क पड़ता है। So thrice I had faced threat.
One of the episodes I basically read in your book, and for people watching, I recommend that book to a lot of people. Transforming India from Within. You gave an example of Cyrus Mistry going to Bal Thackeray and complaining about you. What was the entire episode about? What did he want?
Huh?
What did he want that you did not give him?
You know, he applied for Mumbai-Pune Expressway. Okay. Cyrus Mistry, I liked him. They have worked for me also past. But I found that they don't have experience. I studied it left, right and center before saying no. So I rejected them on the ground of technically disqualified. They came to me, he said, don't disqualify me, I'll withdraw the tender. I said, you withdraw the tender, then you lose 40 lakhs, your deposit. And if I reject it, you get with 40 lakhs. No sir, I have done this. Manika, your experience is not there. Your partner is wrong. Your technical corroboration is wrong. And your legal agreement is not correct. They went to Balasar, and there are about 13 persons. Of them, there were 13 persons, including legal advisor, financial advisor, everybody was there. And I was alone. Chief engineer wanted to come. I said, no, I'll handle it. I have seen this file one by one. I said, first, you didn't do any road work for last 30 years, 40 years. Those persons who work with you, they must have retired. 2, you don't have any machinery left of that time. And those machinery are no use today. Thirdly, you have taken a partner who had done the road work in the colony. And that too of 7 works we quoted. 1 he had done before he started, completed before he started. I take it a printing error. 6, 5 are delayed for lack of land. In the colony, how can be lack of land? And total work he had done is 1 lane. I'm talking here of 6 lanes. How can he be partner? He said, no, we have a contractor from Hong Kong. I said, what he has said in contract? I told Mr. Rai, who was legal advisor, I said, this is not waste of paper on which you have signed. He said, if and when technical problems occur, I'll advise you. This is not technical advisor. This is not collaboration. It's only taking advisory role. And don't call it contract. So, that is why I have rejected. But as I have realized, he said, you are complaining against him. He's one of my best officers. For the first time I heard my praise from him. Before that, he was always upset with me. He said, after retirement, I have chosen him. Sinha, you are right. Then I took Cyrus. I want you to take over. Because I have concealed, I am going to retender it. But come back with a reasonable partner.
Did he come back?
He came back with the Australian party. He got the work.
Did you meet Cyrus Mistry again after that, or after that he was so angry with you that he never
No, after that we were good friends, very good friends. In fact, loss of Cyrus Mistry is personal loss to me. He, once he came, he said, Channa, are you free? Can I come? I said, Ajay, kahan hai aap? Kelke, I'm the ground floor near the lift. And he came up. So we used to meet it quite often. When I went for investment in Singapore, he came.
So basically, after both of you all managed to become friends despite the early equation between you both.
Yeah. Because he understood my situation. I understood that his mistake is not by him, by his subordinates. जो ऐसा proposal लेके आए. अब Cyrus Mistry is not going to look into the qualification of partner who is being made as a joint venture. Okay. And then Nagpur, I called him. I said, this central facility building, I want you to make it. He said, but I have not quoted. But I have rejected all the tenders. You have to quote it. Because only you can make this unique building. And he quoted it, I gave it to him.
He built it then?
He made it.
This Andhra Pradesh was when Chandrababu Naidu was a CM.
Yeah.
So he called you, you reached out to him. What is the equation?
He called me. In fact, a team has come from Andhra Pradesh to see the work of flyover, and plus also they submitted a report which was told by the chairman of that committee that there is a revolution in concrete happening. And for the infrastructure in Andhra Pradesh, he is the right person. 16th, I got a message from Chief Secretary that Chandrababu Naidu wants to meet you. I said, okay, I'll come. I'll come. After 2-3 days, he said, let me know. I fixed the time. He sent a car and protocol officer, siren and everything from airport to receive me and put me in the best guest house. Okay. By the side of Raj Bhavan, I went and meeting also. And again I was told, CM has given me early morning at about 9:30, half an hour. And he has called about 8-10 secretaries to government, including Chief Secretary, and including 5-6 ministers to be present. I started giving a presentation. Mumbai-Pune Expressway was the subject. That 20 minutes went for 1 hour, 20 minutes. So many questions. How could you do it? How could you manage it? How is it possible? How do you raise the money? What rate of interest is it? What guarantee? And he asked us that questions like this. A presentation was done. He said, Mr. Sinha, can you come to my room? So I went to his side room, personal room. Mr. Sinha, will you like to work for my government? I was not prepared. So I said, very thankful, very nice, very generous of you to offer me this post. He said, no, don't reply. Think it over. I'll bring you home. Third day his phone came directly. Me Chandrababu Naidu bolto. I am speaking Chandrababu Naidu. My wife picked up the phone and he said, somebody want to talk to you. He said, I said, kaun hai? He said he's Chandrababu Naidu. On the phone. I said, no, I'm coming. He said, sir, wait, Mr. Sinha is coming. But madam, but I am Chandrababu Naidu. So I talked to him. He said, Sinha, what have you decided? I said, sir, I'll be happy to work with your government. He said, when can you come? I said, next week. He said, why not tomorrow? So I said, okay, I'll come. Then my chief secretary, I went to also the chief secretary. He said, Chandrababu have told me, whatever Sinha wants, give it to him. I want him at any cost. Don't bargain that. Let him put the demand and you accept it. Okay. That is how I went to Chandrababu Naidu. And he said, you will work under me only. So I'm making you the Director General of National Academy of Construction, of whom chairman. And there is nobody in between. So you don't have to go to Chief Secretary or anybody. And these are the, later on came, these are the projects, you will do it. After about 15 days, I talked to him. I said, sir, I'm staying in the guest house and I'm finding it very difficult. I said, sir, I'm going back to Bombay. After I get accommodation, I'll come. He said, कब जा रहे हो? मैंने कहा आज कल सुबह जा रहा हूँ मैं. कहने लगे, wait till 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, a special motorcycle rider came to me saying that this Bangalore has been allotted to you. Then I shifted there. I worked him. I used to meet once also. I did National Academy of Construction. I did International Exhibition Ground. I did the Convention Center with 2000. I get SEZ in Visakhapatnam. I did water supply from Nagarjun to Hyderabad. I did SEZ for the pharmacy in Hyderabad, and I did one SEZ for Krishnapatnam. And Krishnapatnam. This job he has allotted to me. And he also asked me to look after the new airport. A new airport, finance secretary and contractor were differing over 80 crores. He wanted 80 crore, finance secretary, I will not give it. So I went to Chief Minister. I said, 6,000 crores project, differences are 80 crores and pending is for 4 months. Interest has crossed more than 80 crores. So what is your opinion? I said, 80 crores have been, this amount has been given in Bangalore, so why not here? I agree. I said, file, please sign it. Sign. He said, you did over me. I said, who are you? You are junior to me. Don't forget that position. Okay? And I'm not reporting to you or Chief Secretary. I'm reporting directly to CM. You tell CM you don't disobey his order. Don't want to do it. I have no problem between you and CM now. Got it, 80 crore.
Would you say Chandrababu Naidu is a visionary?
Yeah, he is. Only he could not protect himself from wrong publicity. That he is a city man. Okay. But what he did for Hyderabad is impossible. He told Mr. Sinha, there is a Hyderabad, there is Secunderabad, I want to be Cyberabad. And I did Cyberabad in outskirts of airport.
Because whenever I obviously hear Chandrababu Naidu speak, I get the feeling that he's like a man on a mission, and that mission came to a halt because he lost power, and now he's come back again in power with a lot of energy. Do you think he's somebody who can again build a place from scratch? He can do it again, like Amravati. We keep hearing about all these things.
A question is, according to me, Amravati was financial, not a correct decision. Okay. The consultant who have been appointed by the government of Andhra Pradesh from Singapore had charged 23 crores for making a preliminary report. Who has got 1 lakh crore to Andhra Pradesh to do it? So I said, sir, now I have so many transfer, I don't want to come to shift to Visakhapatnam.
Would you say he's the most dynamic CM?
Most dynamic and most hardworking. His time to sleep was 12 and his getting up was 4 o'clock. And 4 to 5 he used to do yoga and exercise 4:30. Okay, 4:30 p.m. Then he will have his morning tea. Then he have a breakfast with the potential investor, developers, other things. Breakfast meeting was always a political, or you can say investment or financial or investors meeting. And 3-4 times he invited me there and I do it. And the best thing about the tradition, I like it and appreciate it. Breakfast, his wife used to serve herself.
Do you think right now he's starting again? He can execute what he has in mind? Do you think the India should be waiting for him to maybe develop something from scratch again? Do you think he can do it?
I think he can head the government competently and take the country forward. It's my personal opinion. I have seen him for 5 years, closely observing him. Take his helicopter. चलो, कहाँ बताएंगे? इस डिस्ट्रिक्ट चलो, वहाँ से इन्फॉर्म करेंगे एसपी को मैं आ रहा हूँ. सर कहाँ जाना है? रजिस्ट्रार ऑफिस. रजिस्ट्रार ऑफिस पहुँचे, दरवाज़ा बंद. कितने लोग हाजिर हैं, कितने प्रेजेंट हैं, चेक करेंगे and take action. He used to go at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning in the city to see whether cleaning is taking place or not. His people were scared of him. पता नहीं कब कहाँ आ जाएगा. And that is why the level of cleanliness in Hyderabad was the best among all cities. He used to tell. And once he made a statement, he said, "Sir, Bangalore climate is good. That's why people are going there." He said, "I'll change the climate of Hyderabad by plantation." He was that confident.
From all the heavyweights you have worked with, seen, interacted with, and like you mentioned, there's a whole list you have interacted with. Who would be the top 3 people at the political level?
Chandrababu Naidu, Thackeray, and Yogi.
Why Yogi? Why do you say Yogi? Yogi Adityanath?
UP was called Bimaru state. You know Bimaru, na? That was the category of UP. Now, Maharashtra delegates are being sent to UP to study what is happening. His arrangement of Sangam, this Kumbh Mela, where more than half the population of Europe is taking to take dip. It's all right. One incident took place because of that. That is good for the politicians to do it. At least he has visited Prayagraj 50 times to see the arrangement himself. The types of road, expressway he had done, Ganga, Jamuna expressway he had done. He changed the road structure of UP. I belong to UP, Raebareli district. Okay. When Samajwadi Party was in the government, I was told in Raebareli with my friends, leave Raebareli and leave Lucknow before sunset. Road is not safe. Highway is not safe. You reach before sunset. And last time when I came, I left at 11 o'clock. This is why, from Raebareli to Lucknow. That's a different law and order situation. I called my niece to come for a party and she didn't come. I said, "What happened?" He said, "I get a person to protect my house, otherwise somebody will break the lock and occupy the house. Therefore I couldn't leave it empty." This was the law and order situation, which I personally felt it, seen it and suffered it. Okay. Now, there's nothing like 100% safe, but it is 90% safe. Gunda Raj to Police Raj. I will prefer Police Raj a Gunda Raj. I remember a dialogue of Amitabh Bachchan in one of the pictures. Whom you liked to be in front of your house? One of these gangsters or one of the policemen? Okay. So that's the other thing he had done it. And whole perception of UP people have changed that they can do better. When I talk to the people of UP, they say, यहाँ कुछ नहीं हो सकता है. Now they say, yeah, बहुत कुछ हो रहा है. This is what is required for India also. We can do it and we will do it.
In fact, this part that you mentioned, I keep noticing when I talk to the taxi drivers and auto drivers in Mumbai. When 10, 12 years back, when I used to talk to them, they used to not be happy in Mumbai even then, but they always used to say that it's still better than UP. Now I think they have that bit of confidence. Sir, आना चाहिए आपको UP, बदल रहा है. They have that, they're brimming with optimism.
Maharashtra problem number one. Your board should be in Marathi. Gujarat doesn't ask you. Number two, Maharashtra asks that so much percentage of the employment should be local. Gujarat says come anybody, anywhere. In Surat, 80% of diamond workers are from Orissa, and out of 80%, 90% from Ganjam district, one district in Orissa. This is the thing we have to correct ourselves.
Within Maharashtra, since you're like the infrastructure icon in a way for many bureaucrats, right now when you see these big infrastructure projects happening, have you travelled on the Mumbai's coastal road? Have you travelled on the Trans Harbour? Have you travelled, well, outside of the two infrastructure projects on the normal roads? What do you make of it? Do you like the quality?
Good quality.
Which one?
Good quality. Is not this Setu bridge, very good quality, and coastal road, very good quality. Even this Nagpur to Mumbai, Smriti road, I have told up to Igatpuri, very good road. And I have travelled from here to Igatpuri and then gone to Aurangabad, very good road. Infrastructure is doing well. I'm not happy with the costing. Forget land acquisition, compare kilometer to kilometer, compare per cubic meter of steel or per cubic meter of concrete. There's a cost is high.
The Mumbai Trans Harbour link, which connects Mumbai to Navi Mumbai. In hindsight, do you think we should have had a railway line there?
Yes. No doubt about that. But railway are not agreeable. Look here. Do you know when Trans Harbour Link project is started? 1972. In 1978, the government of Maharashtra appointed a committee to look at Trans Harbour Link under Mr. J.R.D. Tata. I was the member secretary of that committee. And J.R.D. Tata committee suggested this alignment. At that time, we tried to bring the railway board. They said, no, we don't have any need for this line. And at that time, something, please note, government of Maharashtra took a decision that recorded order. Whenever this bridge is made, it shall be called J.R.D. Tata Bridge.
Oh, is it? That's there.
GR, and we have followed, this is following the same alignment which was given in 1979. I was planning secretary at that time.
क्योंकि अभी भी जब लोग अभी ये ट्रांस हार्बर आने के बाद भी लोग का प्रॉब्लम ये है कि पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट है नहीं टू मेक श्योर माइग्रेशन हैपेंस फ्रॉम मुंबई टू नवी मुंबई जो इनिशियल प्लान था.
तो Navi Mumbai was never envisaged as a migration from Bombay. It was envisaged as a counter magnet. Okay, so that the population coming outside Bombay, instead of coming to Bombay and congesting it, it should go to New Bombay. It was never envisaged that people from Bombay will shift to New Bombay. And just imagine, if New Bombay would have, 30 lakh population would have come to Bombay, what would have been condition today?
एक अभी जब आप इंडिया के शहर की रोड्स देखते हैं, आपके रेटिंग्स, अभी अगर मैं पूछूं आरसी सिन्हा की राय में सबसे अच्छी रोड्स कौन कौन से शहर में है, क्या क्या रेटिंग्स आप देंगे हमारे टॉप सिटीज़ में? मुंबई, बेंगलोर, गुड़गांव, हैदराबाद, पुणे, चेन्नई, कोलकाता, क्या क्या रेटिंग्स देंगे आप?
एज ए गुड़गांव रोड सिस्टम के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ. वाटर सप्लाई हॉरिबल इन गुड़गांव. रोड वाटर सप्लाई इन congestion is also. Gurgaon roads are very good. There are two reasons. Main road is the National Highway number 8, Delhi to Jaipur. And side road is also National Highway going through Gurgaon. From UP border going to this also. That was the one advantage. Inside road also very well done. Metro system is very well done, developed. And as it is a new city, it didn't have a constraint of existing infrastructure shortage. That was the big advantage with गाँव.
तो उसको आप क्या क्या रेटिंग्स देंगे 10 में से कितना नंबर देंगे आप उनको? गुड़गांव सड़क को, गुड़गांव की सड़क को आप कितना रेटिंग?
I'll give you 7.
मुंबई को कितना रेटिंग?
5.
पुणे? पुणे
4.
हैदराबाद
4.
बैंगलोर
3.
बैंगलोर सबसे कम.
कंजेशन इतना ज्यादा है, रोड वाइड हुई नहीं वहां पे.
और
you know, I'll tell you one example is Volga. I was coming from airport to Raj Bhavan. I was staying in Raj Bhavan. I asked driver कितना टाइम लगेगा? कहने वैसे टाइम तो सब 15 मिनट का है, लेकिन कभी कभी 2 घंटे लग जाते हैं राजभवन की गाड़ी. तो ये हालत है वहाँ पे. कलकत्ता will come near 5 and 6 because recently Calcutta lot of flyover has been done. Dozens of flyover have been done.
But is that good quality or is that
good quality? Except one fell down because of political reason. You have to, there is a problem which is still there. You have to take cement from me only. 1. 2. You will not check the quality of cement. 3. You will not measure the quantity of cement. If I say it is 6 ton, it's 6 ton. Same thing for the sand. And that bridge fell down because I am told cement was less than delivered. Okay, so that's
your journey into Jharkhand and Goa. You wrote something very interesting in about Jharkhand, that that most of the routine of the Jharkhand officers was they used to go home for lunch, sleep, come back at I think 3:30, and then go back home at 5:30.
5 o'clock, 5:30. In fact, once I was sitting with Arjun Munda at about 3:30, so discussing something. So he said, get me chief secretary. लंच पे गए. उनके साथ डेवलपमेंट कमिश्नर लंच पे गए. तीसरी सेक्रेटरी लंच पे गए. मैंने कहा साहब योर सेक्रेटरी इज वेरी हैप्पी. दे कैन गो होम फॉर लंच, sleep, rest for time, and come here again. My 8 years as a secretary, I didn't get time to get lunch. My secretary जो prescribed था 3 बज गए, 3:30 बज गए, 4 बज गए हैं. My wife to ring up secretary to her, सब खाना खाया नहीं खाया. Okay. I said they are very lucky. 11 बजे आते हैं, 1 बजे चले जाते हैं, फिर 4 बजे आ जाते हैं, 4:15 बजे आते हैं, 5:30 बजे फिर. They are very lucky. I wish I was also secretary under you.
So in
very
states like
attitude. Same was Goa. In fact, when I went to Goa, I also started taking rest in the afternoon. My wife used to ring up PA, क्या करें साहब, रेस्ट करें साहब को उठाओ, उनको महाराष्ट्र बॉम्बे आना है, काम करना है, उनको ये दोपहर में सोने की आदत मत डालो, उठाओ, wake him up.
So tell me, what's the mindset of a typical officer in these states? They just want to come and relax and go. Is that their philosophy, or they just after a certain stage you just want to live life and be lazy and let the money hit the account? But
What can be done tomorrow should not be done today.
But the reason they delay, do you think it's just to ensure they get a bribe, or is it that they're just lazy?
This is a lazy attitude.
Biggest challenge people say, land acquisition. Okay. What's been your experience in handling land acquisition, handling environment, forest clearances? Is it as tough as most bureaucrats make it out to be, that late hua because ye permission nahi mila, this did not happen, that did not happen? Is it as tough?
Yeah, that can be the reason. But a counter question, how much effort was made by the officer to get this problem? Mumbai-Pune Expressway, 900 hectares of land was acquired in 90 days. 900 hectares. But I knew which district, which taluka, which village, whose survey number, who owner. Section 4, Section 6, joint measurement, Section 9, 11, 12, I used to keep track of that. And I used to see if Section 4 and 6 can be done in 6 weeks, minimum prescribed time, why it is taken 7th week? Morning used to come the chart to me of land acquisition. It's not that it was easy at that time. It was much easier because rehabilitation was not involved. Fortunately, in Mumbai-Pune, there was no rehabilitation. No house was involved.
Regarding acquisition, there's one story I read, which I really heard about you threatening to acquire a hotel. What is the interaction that happened?
People thought that ये MSRDC में बहुत पैसा है तो हमको कुछ बनाने दो. Okay. So he sent a notice to the collector.
Who sent it?
कि this my hotel because of blasting has been damaged. Please pay me 1 crore for repair it.
This is which hotel?
Duke Hotel. Okay. तो कलेक्टर asked me, क्या जवाब दे इसका? हमने कहा उसको मैं भेज रहा हूँ, उसको लैंड एक्विजिशन के नोटिस भेज दो कि लैंड हम उसका एक्वायर करते हैं कि उनका होटल डैमेज हो रहा है, क्यों रखा है पे? उसको सेक्शन 4 की नोटिस पहुँच गई. जब वो नोटिस पहुँच गई, घबराए तो गए. और सिस्टम ये है, जिस रेट पे तुमने लैंड लिया था, that plus interest I will give you compensation. Number 2, I will work out the depreciated value of the building. I'll pay you accordingly. दे दो तो 10 लाख. अब आया मेरे पास, कहता क्या करूँ? हमने कहा नहीं, तो बिल्डिंग टूट रही है, I am saving you. बचा लीजिए मेरे को, मैं तो मर जाऊंगा. हमने कहा क्यों? लालच लगी थी कि पैसा बट रहा है, तुमको भी 1 करोड़ मिल जाए. Give an affidavit, you make a false statement, you are not being damaged. And I will not withdraw section 4 notification till my road is complete. He has given a written affidavit, I apologize for the wrong letter sent to the collector कि that meeting has been made to building is not damaged. So that has to do with hotel. एक पोल्ट्री फार्म वाला उसने नोटिस भेज दिया कि हमारी मुर्गियों ने ब्लास्टिंग की वजह से अंडा देना बंद कर दिया. प्लीज कंपनसेट मी फॉर द एग लॉस. मैंने नोटिस भेज दिया कि वी आर एक्वायरिंग योर पोल्ट्री फार्म. नो पोल्ट्री, नो एग, नो प्रॉब्लम. क्या करोगे? मैंने कहा यहाँ पर लेबर कैंप लगा देंगे और मुर्गी जितनी बची है वो सब लेबर को खाएंगे वो मस्ती. So you have to find it out way. किसी हो काम दान दंड भेद.
Why do you think India has not been able to create more cities?
Take for example, no cities have been made except Bhubaneswar and Chandigarh and Ahmedabad. Both have been, all three are government cities. There's no private cities. You know, in the fifth private plan of the Planning Commission, there is a mention in the Planning Commission report, plan, urban facilities should not be improved. The fifth planning plan. Otherwise, it attracts persons from rural area to come to the cities. Its migration to reduce should be like this. No hill station has been developed after British. What has happened is, existing city, go on multiplying it. Previously it was horizontal, now it is horizontal and vertical. All the developers are concentrating only in these cities. And what is the result? Houses are becoming unlivable, unaffordable. And living condition is becoming unlivable. Both are happening.
Are you one of those bureaucrats who's pro-builder or anti-builder? Most of the times, bureaucrats get split in these two categories.
Bureaucrat, fortunately, neither are pro or anti-builder. He is pro-politician. He will do what politician wanted. And if you look at bureaucrat, out of no work, give with the builders. Otherwise, why create problem for yourself? Go with the builders.
So you would view the role of builders as an important role, or do you think government can take it over?
For developing city, three persons are important: builder, contractors, and societies, residential society. Three persons are important to develop a new city. And infrastructure, of course, needed it. New Bombay, first attempt mine was to bring power. When I joined, power used to come only 6 days a week. Thursday was no power day, whole city and whole industrial area. 24 hours. No. Water, 2 hours in 24 hours. Road was one lane road on Thackeray, single lane, which out of 30 days, 15 days was under repair. Okay. No railway line up to Mankhurd. Railway line decision was taken in 1973 and work started in 1991.
Okay, that much of a gap.
Yeah, that's all.
One of my favorite streets in entire MMR is the Palm Beach Road. Just when I was reading your book, I basically read one section over there where the plan of where your plan was to do a wide road, but the suggestion was to make it narrow. How do you control the urges of a typical bureaucrat there? Palm Beach was 6 lane.
Palm Beach was, I had suggested 6 lane road at that time. And they were saying, this is nothing. Why do 6 lane? 2 lane will be enough. Manika, only my difference. So I said, you are looking 10 years back, I am living 50 years ahead. JNPT is coming up. Ulve is going to come up. That area, Dronagiri area, is going to come up. It will need a road. And this will become a short road connecting to Mumbai-Pune. 6 lane. He says, tell me, what is the internal rate of return on this road?
IRR. जो analyst लोग बोलते हैं ना, IRR क्या है इस पे?
I said, मैंने कहा, I said, next meeting we'll discuss it. I said, IRR in this road, Mr. So-and-so, not naming him, is 30%. Then there were other colleague of mine sitting by my side. I said, what I'm saying is wrong, but he doesn't know how to prove me wrong.
How is building this Palm Beach road? It's a very smooth road. Is it the same formula like Mumbai-Pune Expressway? You focus very high on quality.
Yeah, very high.
What do you make of this extension that we are doing in many of our major roads? We are seeing an extension in Mumbai-Pune. We are seeing in the Vashi Bridge.
Mumbai-Pune road should have been done 8 lane. The beginning. I had suggested to Gadkari. Gadkari said, अरे भाई 4 का 6 कर रहे हो is enough. 8 मत करो. 1, 2. On the Ghat section, I get not the permission for widening it. Was costing 600 crores more, including new cutting of Ghat. 600 crores. Today is costing 5,500 crores.
So 10 times almost 6,000.
The most difficult was to get the problem from the environment.
How do you view the role of environmentalists? Are they an irritant in your worldview? Are they necessary? Or many of our environmentalists just think too short term? They don't look at the bigger picture.
Environment is a very good area, such also. But environmentalists, they are not qualified. Any interest, he has any qualification to call himself environmentalist? Do you require any degree qualification to call yourself environmentalist? Are you like a social worker, senior social worker, senior environmentalist? Okay. Do you understand? Have you any qualification? I had some person whom I appointed he has after engineering, he did 2 years degree in environmentalness outside India. He was my consultant for Mumbai-Pune Expressway. And these persons don't do land reclamation. I asked them in the meeting, you are staying in reclaimed land and you are saying don't reclaim. First you vacate and go to non-reclaimed area. You are staying in Marine Drive. Its name is called the Back Bay Reclamation. You stay in reclamation and talk about nobody should, because you are here, you don't want anybody else to come. And then Gadkari pick up my point and he said, you environmentalist are terrorist. You should be dealt like terrorist or dealt. Have you done even one tree in your life and you talk environment?
You know, Sinha Saab, one question that I wanted to ask you is that अभी हम लोग काफ़ी बात देखते हैं ना कि जैसे आप लोग एक एक्सप्रेस वे एंटर करते हैं, एक वो मैसेज सीरीज ऑफ मैसेज आते थे कि कौन कौन से लोग टोल पे नहीं, उनको टोल एग्जेम्पशन है. क्या ये एक बड़ा फैक्टर होता है ये सड़क मैनेज करने में कि क्योंकि हम लोग हर 3-4 महीने देखते हैं एक पॉलिटिशियन एंटर करता है, बोलता है मुझे पे नहीं करना है. हाउ डू यू, आपके साथ ऐसा कभी हुआ था कि पॉलिटिशियन ने बोला मुझे?
मेरे सामने तो नहीं हुआ, लेकिन मेरे पीछे पीछे हुआ. महाराष्ट्र रोड टैक्सेशन एक्ट 1948 कि उसमें अगर टोल न दे तो देयर शुड बी प्रोविजन फॉर फाइन. लेकिन चालान की तरह आपको 10 times ऑफ योर टोल विल बी देयर. वो गवर्नमेंट ने नहीं माना.
आपने एक कहानी मुझे एक बार कही थी अबाउट एक फ्लाईओवर जहाँ पे एल.के. अडवाणी जब होम मिनिस्टर भी थे उन्होंने भी टोल भरा था. ये कौन सा ब्रिज था और कब, कौन से साल में था? और कौन से साल में था?
एरोली ब्रिज 1994 में था. 94 में, एंड ऑफ 94. मैंने गडकरी साहब से कहा कि साहब अडवाणी साहब को बुलाइए इस फंक्शन के लिए. 2 चीज़ें मैंने की थी. एक तो इनाग्रेशन नहीं करें किसी फ्लाईओवर का. तो इनाग्रेशन नहीं करो, क्यों? मैंने कहा साहब इनाग्रेशन में 10 लाख खर्च होते हैं, 50 को अगर करेंगे तो एक ब्रिज हमारा पॉकेट में बन जाएगा. तो वाई शुड आई स्पेंड इट? आप इंतजार कीजिए ना 1.5 साल में आप इनाग्रेशन कीजिए ना, तो ठीक है. तो मैंने एडवाइस साहब अडवाणी साहब बॉम्बे से एयरपोर्ट पर उतरे और वहाँ से गए न्यू बॉम्बे की तरफ से। वहाँ लौटते समय मैंने अरेंज किया था फीता काटने का, फोटो लिया और मैंने कहा साहब यू हैव क्रॉस द ब्रिज, प्लीज पे द टोल। सीएम वाज शॉक्ड, मनोहर जोशी ये पागल क्या कर रहा है। मैंने कहा साहब आप देंगे तो सब पॉलिटिशियन देंगे, आप नहीं देंगे तो आपका नाम लेकर के वो नहीं देंगे, सीधा। टेक आउट 80 रुपीज एंड गिव इट टू। हमने कहा फोटो ले उसकी रखो रिकॉर्ड पे।
तो अडवाणी साहब ने उसी टाइम उसी वक्त
अडवाणी साहब
एक कहानी जो हम लोग बिफोर द शो स्टार्टेड वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट हाउ यू मेक श्योर दैट लोग को लगे वो अकाउंटेबल हैं। एक ब्रिज की बात हो रही थी चेंबूर वाले की, उसकी क्या कहानी है?
L&T flyover, my consultant said, sir, it is a crack in that has come. So crack has come, so we stopped heavy vehicles and we made it one way. Then I wrote 1, 2, 3, 4 letters to L&T, please repair it. And there was no response. Then I wrote a letter to the chairman, कि I am sending this board. This bridge is damaged as it has been made by L&T. Drive very carefully. मैंने कहा ये मैं लगा रहा हूँ बोर्ड दोनों तरफ, एक तरफ उस तरफ। Next day I had a response, whole team landed up.
फिर काम हो गया, उन्होंने सब ठीक कर दिया।
Next day it started working and now it is repaired. So heavy vehicles and all vehicles are coming. Sometimes you have to use their weaknesses as your strength and you take advantage of it. They didn't bother, I'll fine करूँगा, cancel कर दूँगा, तुमको हम ब्लैक लिस्ट कर देंगे। नो, they were not bothered. They were bothered if this board comes. All their effort to advertise your L&T quality will disappear.
क्या आप इंडिया का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर ऑप्टिमिस्टिक होंगे फ्यूचर के लिए, पेसिमिस्टिक होंगे, कॉशियस होंगे? आर वी इन द राइट डायरेक्शन?
नहीं, ऐसा है कि जिस हिसाब से यहाँ का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बढ़ रहा है आगे, कोई वजह नहीं कि हम सोचें कि निराशाजनक है। ये बहुत ही आशाजनक है और इसका असर हमारे देश की पूरी संपत्ति पर पड़ रहा है। 1 रुपया अगर सड़क पे खर्च होता है तो उसका फायदा 3.5 रुपए का होता है जीडीपी को। इस हिसाब से अगर आप देखें तो मैंने स्टडी किया है कि फर्स्ट 5 ईयर प्लान में से लेकर के आज तक फर्स्ट 5 प्लान में रेलवे, रोड, एविएशन मिला करके 8% था प्लान, 8%। आज वो जीडीपी का 20% हो रहा है। तो और दूसरी चीज ये है कि मूलभूत सुविधाएं जो हैं लोगों को मिल चुकी हैं। हमारी आज अन्न की जरूरत नहीं रही है, हमारी आज कपड़े की शॉर्टेज नहीं है, हम पास कपड़ा भी काफ़ी है, हम पास अन्न भी काफ़ी है, हम एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। तो जो उस समय धन की आवश्यकता इन चीज़ों के लिए थी उसकी आवश्यकता नहीं, इसलिए हम इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर पैसा खर्च कर सकते हैं। इसलिए अगर हम देखें फाइनेंशियली तो हम आज इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर खर्च कर सकते हैं और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को आज सारे राजनीतिक लोग मानते हैं कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर जरूरी है। मैं बहुत ही आशावादी हूँ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर वाले में, चाहे रोड हो या रेल हो या एयरपोर्ट हो या पोर्ट हो। पोर्ट में भी काफी काम हो रहा है।
इंडिया का सबसे अच्छा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट कौन सा है जो आपने नहीं किया है इन वो स्पेक्ट्रम में? मुंबई पुणे एक्सप्रेसवे वो सब छोड़ के नंबर 1 इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट इन इंडिया अकॉर्डिंग टू यू।
ये जो ट्रेन इंट्रोड्यूस हुई हैं वो बहुत बड़ी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का डेवलपमेंट है। उसके 3 एडवांटेज, एक लोग ज़्यादा चल सकते हैं लोग, दूसरी रेलवे लाइन जितनी तेज रेलवे चलेगी उतनी कम रेलवे लाइन की जरूरत है, तो उसका कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर कम होता है। तो रेलवे में जितना हुआ है वो बहुत ही कमाल का हुआ है, जितना पिछले 50 साल में नहीं हुआ था वो बहुत अच्छा। और दूसरा, एयरपोर्ट में जितने छोटे छोटे एयरपोर्ट आए हैं, जहां उम्मीद नहीं थी कि यहाँ पर बस स्टेशन आएगा, वहां एयरपोर्ट आ गया। जैसे मेट्रो बढ़ा श्रीधर का, तो श्रीधर की बहुत तारीफ होती है, काम भी है। श्रीधर मेरे में 2 फर्क है। उनके कोंकण रेलवे में 1000 करोड़ का ओवरऑल है, मेरे में सेविंग है। 2, कोंकण रेलवे में 3 साल का ओवरऑल टाइम का।
ओके, ऑन दैट नोट मिस्टर सिन्हा, थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग ऑन द रियल डील। जैसे मैंने कहा शुरुआत में कि यू आर वन ऑफ द फ्यू, यू आर द ओनली ब्यूरोक्रेट आई नो ऑफ who does those 3 things together: on time, low budget and high quality. Look forward to seeing many more projects done in the same style. Thank you.